TJ, it's good to be here.
Good to have you. So you are the executive director of Take Back Alberta. Maybe you can just give our listeners, if they aren't already aware of who you are and what Take Back Alberta is, what it is, and kind of how you got to creating the organization, and then we'll just shoot from there.
I'll try to keep it short because usually this conversation takes me about an hour and a half to tell the whole story of my background and how I got here. But to make a long story short, Take Back Alberta is an educational society. Now it was an educational society. Now it's an educational not-for-profit. And our goal in Take Back Alberta is to educate people on how their political system works and how they can impact change and make their voices heard. A lot of people think that the only way to make yourself heard is through protest, or there's also a lot of people who seem to think that all they have to do is vote every 4 years. I'll make a confession here. I even struggled with that in my own life. I didn't think that school boards mattered, and I've actually never voted in a school board election. I will definitely be voting in this next one, but I just never thought it was that important. So I'm an example of what Take Back Alberta is about. Is we got to get involved in every level of our society. We got to become leaders. And I truly believe, and I say this often, that the only thing standing in the way of tyranny is citizen engagement and involvement in their democracy. And I think many of us have suffered from the tyranny and felt the tyranny, but we haven't known what to do about it. I have the privilege, perhaps the experience to say that I've spent a lot of time in politics and I actually do know how it works and how we can change it. And I think that my results and the results of the people within Take Back Alberta and the many hardworking volunteers and activists that are beginning to get engaged in their society, they are realizing that actually the system isn't nearly as broken as people think. The truth is we're the ones that are broken. We're the ones that haven't been participating in our society. And that's kind of the message of Take Back Alberta. If you want to know more about it, there's hundreds of articles about me online, and I've got hundreds of podcasts talking about things. So there's lots of information out there about it. But really, the core of it is teaching people to become leaders in their own society and how our political system works so that they can use that information to become leaders. And we're seeing that happen all over the province. In fact, most recently, I'm sure you're aware, I've been accused of being the secret puppet master behind this Recall Gondak campaign. I'd like to put that to rest. I have not collected a single signature for the Recall Gondak campaign, not because I don't agree with it, but I have other things that I'm working on. That's completely been done by just grassroots people wanting to get involved. Some of them have been involved in Take Back Alberta before. Some of them still are involved with Take Back Alberta, but it's not a Take Back Alberta initiative. And that's really the whole goal here. My dream is that I don't have to do this anymore. That's kind of why I'm working so hard, because what I would love to see is people like you, people like, I'm not going to say names because obviously there's a lot of haters out there, but people all over this province, I just want them to rise up and realize that they actually can lead and be in control of their society. And all it takes is showing up. One of the key phrases we use is the world is run by the people who show up. And that's just inherently true. It's true for anything. It's true for becoming good at sports. It's true for work. You got to show up, and you'll learn a lot just by showing up. And that's kind of the message that we're trying to convey.